Welcome to another episode of our trio. And today on our trio, first, we talking about Jonh Henry, the movie. Second, we talking about the real Jonh Henry. And third, we talking about Uncle Tom. Our trio, let's go.
Do it, 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 do it.
Now me personally, I actually enjoyed the movie Jonh Henry, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. Now a few things in the movie didn't make sense to me, but it's a movie, so how can we expect it to make sense? I would give it a 3 out of 5. Let me know if you like it. What did you think about the movie if you watched it? But what I like about the movie is it's gonna make people go back and wonder, who is Jonh Henry? Who is the real Jonh Henry? Cause that's who the movie is based off of. His daddy named him after Jonh Henry, the real Jonh Henry. A lot of people go back and forward and say Jonh Henry was real, and some people say Jonh Henry wasn't. But what we do know, he is based off real people. He was an ex-slave that worked for a railroad company. He was one of the many African Americans that worked on the railroad that went through Big Bend Mountain in Virginia. A lot of them died, but not Jonh Henry. They even brought in a steam powered drill, and legends say he outworked that drill. But they say after he outworked that drill, he died from exhaustion. Is it true? We might never know. They do have a statue of the man. But even if it's not true as in individually, it's true as a whole. That a lot of African Americans worked that railroad. A lot of African Americans died working that railroad, and there's a lot of unmarked graves at that place in Virginia. Before the story, Uncle Tom Cabin, a former slave by the name of Josiah Henson, wrote a memoir on his experience dealing with slavery. And this is the guy that the book Uncle Tom Cabin is based off of. And a lot of us got a misunderstanding about Uncle Tom. He was actually a good man. He was known to take beatings for other slaves. When it was time to pick cotton, and a lot of the kids couldn't pick enough cotton, he would put cotton in their bag when it was time to weigh, and he'd take the lashes for them. When someone ran away, he wouldn't tell. He was a real good man. But what the South did, they didn't want us to know how good he was. So in a lot of the minstrel shows, they used the name Uncle Tom. Sambo was the bad one. He was the one that would be known as a coon. He was the one whooping slaves. He was the one telling on slaves. He was the one doing whatever master say do. He was master right-hand man. So next time you call someone Uncle Tom, think about it. You really giving them a compliment, because Uncle Tom was a great man. Next time, say Sambo.